it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and Go Wild is actually in 1 week. So I got my hair did, I got my nails done, and I'm super excited. This is my first time going to Go Wild. I'm taking this old scrunchie off my hands. I am so excited. I've never been before. The one time I seriously considered it was when they came to Austin, and it was quite a few years back. I wasn't really comfortable with the idea of leaving my toddler at home for a couple of days, so I opted to stay home and miss it, but I had so much FOMO, and I always told myself after that point, if they come back to some place within driving distance, which would have to be Texas, we're in Central Texas, if they came somewhere within driving distance, I was going to be there. So I saw that they announced Dallas. I bought my ticket as soon as the tickets went on sale, and I'm so excited. So that's what the hair and nails are all done for today. Today, we're actually going to walk through the ERIN CONDREN Life Planner. I ended up with the hourly, and I will walk through all the layouts again. I have a whole full review walking through all the color schemes, all the new layouts, all the new accessories, all of the stuff. It is very long and comprehensive, but the one thing I did not do in that video is I did not walk through the Life Planner cover to cover. So in this video, we're gonna do that. I will put timestamps down below, but before we hop to the Life Planner full-on walkthrough, I am going to talk a little bit about the launch and a little bit of the Q&A information. I did go to an affiliate meeting and they clarified a few things that I had questions about, and they also shared a couple of other tidbits that I had missed in previous emails or they hadn't announced yet. I've got a much clearer understanding of certain things, and I'll try to insert pictures in this video as I'm discussing things. I saw a few questions come up in the comment section, and then I saw a few questions come up in that Q&A session with the ERIN CONDREN people. Like Tanya, the CEO, was on this with us. It was the people who had designed all the changes and things, talking about why they made certain changes. So it was really, really informative, but it changes a few things from that initial review video because I wasn't super clear on certain things. And also I had questions pop up. So we're going to do a quick rundown Q&A type of thing really quick, and then we will hop into the walkthrough. And if you have other questions, let me know in the comments down below. I will do my best to try to answer those for you guys. I'm going to try to get this video posted today or tomorrow, so it will come up in rapid succession. I want you guys to be prepared for launch day. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what my launch order is going to be as well. So that's going to be part of the time chapters you can see at the bottom of the video, and you can jump around. So first up, Q&A, I'm going to grab my little layout sampler thing that was awesome. So the main huge, possibly disappointing disclaimer and clarification I have to make is this awesome layout sampler. It's got the different layout samples. You can test out all the color schemes and all the new layouts and all the old tried and true layouts. It is not something you can purchase. This is going to be a free gift with purchase. So if you purchase a life planner, you can get this for free. And I'm sure they're going to run out of these. These are while supplies last. So launch day orders are more important than I had anticipated them being, because I thought you could probably buy this until it ran out. And again, I was thinking it would run out at some point, but I didn't think it would be a hot commodity that you couldn't just purchase outright. So I know some of you guys are going to be disappointed you can't just purchase the sampler. And I do apologize. It's not up to me. I would love for them to release this as a standalone thing that you can purchase, but at this point in time, this is only free with a life planner purchase. So yeah, just keep that in mind. We will walk through this again in this video like I did in that full reveal. This thing's awesome. It lets you, first of all, try your planners out starting April 29th, which is awesome. It goes all the way until the new planners start July 1st. And then you just get to try out all the layouts, which is fun. So you can test them all out. But you know, the thing with that is you've already purchased a life planner before you get to test out all the layouts. So if you're really not sure what you want to use, this is basically rendered useless if you're purchasing a life planner already, unless you plan on purchasing more than one life planner and placing an additional order at another point in time, which, I mean, I am one of those people that will purchase a lot of multiple planners, especially once, I'll purchase at launch, and then once they mark them down on sale for whatever big sale comes up, I may end up purchasing more. I just know myself, I will purchase more. Hello, wall of planners. You know your girl's gonna purchase quite a few planners. So it is disappointing if you are I want one single planner and I don't wanna purchase any other planners. It's kind of disappointing. So I do apologize. I feel for you for that part for sure, that you're not gonna get one of these unless you purchase the life planner. So it's just a really, really good incentive to purchase the life planner, that you can start planning immediately. in that, I want to talk about one other thing that came up quite a bit. It's the add-ons. So I have my other planner. I already took off the cover. I was like snapping accessories in. So this is my Bold Blooms 18-month hourly planner. I took the cover off and stuck it on my current planner, which is also an easy hourly Franken-planned. So I took the cover off, but with this one, I did end up getting one of the add-ons, and I had various questions pop up and also questions in the affiliate group pop up about this. So it is an additional add-on for an additional fee. It's $10 for 40 pages, and that is 20 physical sheets of paper front and back. So 20 physical sheets of paper, 40 pages, because like each side counts as a page. So there's two different things, sheets and pages, which I know get confusing. So 20 physical pieces of paper and 40 fronts and backs pages. That's how the add-ons work. You can only add on one thing to your planner because it gets honkin' huge. It's like the max size coil that they offer, and you can only add one, and they do not come on the daily duos. So if you wanted a daily duo with an add-on, unfortunately, you'll just have to get an extra notebook or something with the pages you want. It won't be a tabbed add-on because the daily duos are already big chunky monkeys, and also the big regular planners are big chunky monkeys already. So they only can add one to a weekly layout, but not to a daily duo. So that was the other main thing that came up. And as far as the free gifts with purchase, if you purchase a life planner on launch day, they have little post-it note things in the EDA Evolve pattern. I'll try to insert a picture. It's just a little 3M sticky note pop-up thing, and I think it has an adhesive backer on it so you can stick it to something, and then you have post-it notes popping up whenever, and they're super cute. Like, I want to order on launch day to get that, and you also will get the sampler while supplies last, and both of those things are while supplies last. Just keep that in mind if you're going to order for those specific things. It is one thing you're going to want to just be ready on launch day to place your order first thing in the morning and get it done. So just keep that all in mind. As far as other questions that popped up, they did say that they will be releasing soft bounds on the calendar year. So they don't get released for the academic year, which is the July through June planners. They get released on the calendar year, January through December calendar. So they will have some soft bounds. Also, petite planners will also be launched. All the calendar year stuff gets released in the fall. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for something that starts January 2025. Those things will be released in the fall. So they will have another launch, but this is like the biggest launch. The 3 themes, they'll all be around these same 3 themes. Hopefully they'll come out with more accessories. I'm hoping for the same packs, like the dual tip highlighters in each color. I'm hoping for fine liner packs of those so I can order the fine liners as well. I don't have any word on that. I actually asked the question and it got drowned in the thread, so nobody answered my question about if there will be fine liners or not, so I have no idea, but I'm hoping for that. But otherwise, super excited about the launch. Could not wait to get this on my planner, so I went ahead and stuck it on the planner, and it looks great with the multicolor coil. Oh, that came up. Also is another question that came up is, will this coil still be available? And the answer is no, this coil is retiring. So I guess they're going to plan on changing out the colorful version of the coil every year because the sunrise coil is different. And I looked at it in the pictures and I couldn't exactly tell what exact colors it is. It is a pink, and then like a coppery color in the middle, and then a yellow gold. And I actually won't be purchasing a multicolor coil. That's just not my jam. I don't love the gold, even though it looks really good on the cover and it works well with the other coils. I'm just not a yellow gold person, so it will not be on my wish list. I thought it was because I was thinking it was more like pinky tones. It's more that like mostly bronzy, brassy color, and then yellow gold, and then a touch of pink at the top. So it's like 3 colors like this, just not my jam colors. Like this one, I want this on every single planner. Hello, like unicorn hair, unicorn coil. This is my jam, and I'm trying to resist not ordering another one because I have 2 already that I can Franken plan, and I plan on doing that, but I ended up getting a rose gold one on my hourly, and I'm thinking I will leave this hourly together, and I'm going to be Franken planning another exciting thing. So I'll talk about that in this video after the walkthrough. So that'll be like the end thing I talk about is what I personally am ordering at launch or will order at some point. Like these are my dream things that I plan on ordering so I can make an ultimate Franken planner with other things. Now that they've changed the daily duo, I definitely want a daily duo. It's way more functional for me not having that weird mini calendar. And speaking of mini calendars, they still are on all the weekly spreads. They just are not on the daily. So I feel like that's a good start, like getting rid of the monthly calendars. I've proposed this and I will continue to propose this. I propose that they get rid of the mini calendars on all of the spreads, all the weeklies, all the dailies. They're already off the daily duo dailies, but all the weekly spreads, I would love to see that calendar gone. I cover it up every stinking week. Like every stinking week, it's covered up in my planner. So I've been still proposing getting rid of it completely, but I know some people use it. So I think they should release a sticker pack with those little calendar stickers on it, and you can pop those on your planner. And that way us like white space lovers who don't want to have to use stickers to cover it up every week don't have to do that. But if you still want that monthly calendar, you do have the option with the stickers to stick it on, and then you can put it wherever you want too. That makes it a little more functional. You can pick and choose where you want them. I know some people use them for things. I just never ever have used them. If I want to look at a monthly calendar, I have a monthly calendar tab. I've got the year up in the front of my planner. Not necessarily always, because I Franken-plan mine, but if I need that monthly calendar, it's there, but it doesn't have to be on every sinking week. And I still push for that. Every time they ask for feedback, that's my number one feedback, is get rid of those mini calendars. I just can't stand them. I know I'm not the only one, but I feel like I'm in the minority about the weekly spread ones. It's like, some people still want to use them. I've heard people loud and clear, they still love those calendars. And my proposition is, don't make it the norm that they're on every weekly spread, because not all planner companies put them on every single weekly spread. I would love for them to be stickers. That's all I'm asking for. Like, give me a pack of additional stickers I can purchase, and then leave my page be. Leave it blank, especially on the compact vertical. It's just like, in this unlined section, there's this little calendar wonky on one side. It just doesn't fit right. Just like on the Daily Duo, it was off to one side, and it just messes up the symmetry and sleekness of the design. It's just an eyesore. Just a non-functional eyesore for me. I just don't love those calendars. Anyway, enough ranting about that. Let's go ahead and change camera angles. We're gonna walk all the way through this planner and then look at the layouts, and then I will tell you my plan for coming up Franken planner for my launch day order. Let's go ahead and hop into it. Alrighty, we're gonna actually walk through the bold blooms cover to cover. I end up actually taking the cover off and putting it on my Franken planner. I love the multicolor coil, but I wanted to show you, I realized really quickly, this is the 18-month with an add-on, and this one was originally on just an 18-month planner. And you can see the coil size is much different thickness. It is a much thicker, chunkier coil. They really maxed it out, and I got the max size coil. So originally I was thinking I would stick my multicolor on here at some point when I get bored with the rose gold, but this coil is way too small. So it would have to be like maybe at the calendar year where I take 6 months of these out, and then I can stick on the smaller coil. So I'm gonna keep this one all together because it is the one with the largest coil I think I've ever had. I'm gonna go ahead and take these covers back off and stick them on here so you guys know exactly how this planner came. And I also already have put a little bit of accessories together with this one. So I'm gonna stick this on real quick, and then we will walk through the whole book. Alrighty, so this one happens to be the ERIN CONDREN 18-month hourly in the bold blooms design, and also it has an add-on. So this is the maximum size with the largest coil, and it's beefy. I do have the sticky notes in front, which is adding a tiny bit of extra bulk and making the cover bow out a little bit, but otherwise it fits really nicely. I did find that when I was sticking the back cover in and out of the clear planner folio, it did end up snapping off a little bit because it is so thick and chunky. So once the stickers are added into this one, it's going to be a big, big beefer, and I would recommend taking some of your months out. You can either uncoil the whole thing, or if you don't keep your monthly pages, you can just toss them, recycle them, or whatever. But it's a big beefy planner when it's at full 18-month. I'm gonna scoot my coil around so it lays a little bit flatter, because I noticed both the little end pieces were right at the front. So I did end up snapping in my sticky note. This is an additional purchase. It doesn't come with the planner. The ruler does come with the planner, which again, I had stuck in this one. So this is the ruler now that comes with the planners. It is really, really neat because it has all the stencily goodness on it. It's got room for a little mini calendar or habit trackers, all of your hourly and half-hour lines, and this one's for an 1.5 hour line. You got a little highlighter stripe, all the checkbox squares and circles, and then a couple of little flags and things. So I think it's great. You got the wavy line down here too. This one does come with it, and the thing, honestly, I like most, I of course love the stencils and will use some of those, but I like most that the actual little stick up tab isn't right at the coil. So now it is easier, more functional for me to grab and use, and I will be using this. I already stuck it in my planner that I'm currently using. So this is a huge, huge, great upgrade, and I love that they included this. And it is like the thicker plastic, so it's durable, it pops in and out relatively easy if you don't have, you know, fake nails all over, but it works great and I love it. I cannot believe how good of a change this is. The other rulers I keep, but I don't tend to use as like a bookmark. I'll use them as a straight edge here and there, but they're never in my planner. They're just like in my drawer next to my desk. So that is a great improvement. The vellum on this one is the asterisk design. I would have loved, again, I would have loved to see a Bold Blooms specific vellum versus just a very generic vellum. The Inspire gets a great, beautiful, colorful vellum, and then Bold Blooms gets this, which is just not nearly as beautiful as the other one. Here's your little coverlet page where you can put your information. If you're taking it out and about, it's great to have your info in there so that if it gets lost, people can find you. And then this says, proud to say, made in the USA, which first of all, I love that it rhymes, but second of all, I absolutely love ERIN CONDREN. I'm an ERIN CONDREN fangirly after touring their facility and seeing how much they keep in the United States. They keep jobs in the United States. And I loved being able to see the facilities and tour that. And I love that most things are made in the United States. ERIN CONDREN doesn't make these coils. They order the coils, but they are also made in the United States, which is awesome. So it's a great thing. I love this spread. You get a really good feel for all of the colors involved in this collection. We will flip through all the tabs, but each tab is going to be a little bit different with a little bit of different saying on it. So we'll flip through those after we get through these front pages and walk through a month. I'll flip through all those tabs, but here's your calendar one, 2024-2025. It's got your year overview here. Mine starts July 2024 because it's the academic year. It goes all the way through December 2025, which is crazy. Here is a look. This used to be like your monthly sections, but they broke it up to where it could be whatever you want. You could write like 3 quarterly goals each time. You could do them in monthly sections. They could just be like each individual goal. You have room for 12 various things, but it doesn't have to be like, this is January, this is February, on and on. It's however you want to make it, and it is in the same color scheme as the rest of the planner, which is pretty. And I love the little hanging down flowers. I wish they would have left the hanging down flowers on the weekly spreads, because when there was Flora 4 years back now, 4 designs back, it did hang down on some of the weekly pages, which I thought was just gorgeous. I love the hanging down flowers. Also, this one shows you a really good look at the font. It's like a really handwritten cursive-y type of font, which is really, really beautiful. It's a little bit different than years previous. You get a lined page and then you move into your first month. And so whatever color tab you have is the color that's going to be throughout the month on the top borders. And in various other layout designs, which we'll talk about, we'll walk through this sampler pack and see all the layouts, but that's going to determine your like color border on each of the type of layouts, is whatever tab color you have. So this one happens to be the like mauve-y type of pink. And then this is washi tape. It's from the washi tape section. I was just seeing if the larger washi would fit across that border, and I didn't want to peel it up and rip the paper, but we'll open to a different looking thing. So you get the hanging down flower, the full color sidebar, and then a little bit of like dot petally looking stuff on that side. We'll flip through a few of these, but this one's a little bit different because I already had stuck some washi down. But you get your monthly calendar. It's a Sunday start monthly calendar. You get your holidays in small print at the bottom, centered in the boxes. Previous month and following month days are lighter grayed out. So you can still like do a little forward planning or back planning if you need to, but they are way more subtle and blocked out. So it's not as obvious as the main calendar. And then the dashboard page has been moved. This used to be on the opposite side, and now it's on the left-hand side right after your monthly calendar. For the Big Blooms design, all of the background is colorful, and you still have the same basic boxes. A blank box, some dotted circle checklists, a lined page, and then dot grid. So you can break this up and use it how you want. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Just really depends. Then you get a lined page, and then you move into your weekly. So this one happens to be the hourly spread. I will walk through all the other layouts, but this one in the Big Blooms has the color on the top border. The hours go from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. with some slots below it, and also this box on the top. Your holidays will be in that box on the top, but this one you could totally use for like your most important thing of the day or something you have to remember. It's a great little place to add something, and if you want to start your hours before 6 a.m., it gives you that option as well. And same, if you want things after 7 p.m., you can use those bottom little sections. I tend to just decorate this with washi on the bottom section because we don't have a whole lot planned super late in the afternoon. And then you get your monthly mini calendar, which I wish was not on the page, so I always cover this up with a sticker. I just do not love that. I love the long line sidebar and then the 2 habit trackers down there, and that's what the page looks like. And because this month starts on the 1st, you don't get any extra color. But on other months, when you have 2 months on the same week, you do get a split. And again, that one splits really nicely right on the coil. So let's see if we can find one that splits midweek. So like this, you'll just get a color change when the new month starts. So it's not a very obvious big jump. Okay, so flipping back, we will look at all of the tabs and all of the colors. They're just really beautiful repeating colors in here. So we've got the pinky color. It's just a really pretty, nice dusty pink. That's what it looks like on that page. And also I already showed you guys what it looks like on the weeklies. And then the next one, they're calling this color Marigold. It's a very deep saturated yellow. And there's the quote. Here's what the monthly looks like. And the dashboard page. It just carries the color throughout, even on the lined pages, the little logo. And then the weekly. Oh, at the end of the month, you also get a lined paper. I think I forgot to say that, but you get a lined paper. And then September, this is like that almost wisteria type of color. I love the florals. I love the little quotes on there. The monthly, and then the weekly spread. And then we've got purple for October, which is gorgeous. Love that shade. The monthly, the dashboard. I don't know if I showed the dashboard on this one actually. Let's flip, making sure I show all of them for you guys. And then the purplish dashboard, and then the purple week. Next is November, which is a gorgeous teal. I love, love, love that one. This one just speaks to me. I love the colors. I love the florals. It's just beautiful. And then the weekly look. They're just all like dusty type of colors, but way bolder and more saturated than in previous years. Green is for December, like a sagey type of green. Very pretty, like the pink and like sage color together. Green, and then we're back to the pink color. So they will alternate every 6 months, but they're the same color. The quote's different. So it's the same print, different quote. So we'll flip through those, but all the rest of them are going to be the same except that little bit on each month. But I love the 6 repeating colors. They do come in the highlighter colors, which I actually don't have in here right now. I was using them last night. They're on my nightstand. I just love the highlighters too. I have pin swatches of those also. You just look, the only thing changing is the quotes on here. We're back to July. So it's just the same thing repeating, and then we'll go to the very end of the planner. So here is December, walking through the very, very end. So because of how December 2025 falls, it falls on a Wednesday, you end up getting through January 4th, 2026 in here because it's an 18 month, and you get that extra couple of days. Then you get a lined page and then a tabbed notes section, and this is where I did some pen testing, but this is a thicker page, like the normal tabs are thicker. Here's all the pen testing. These are the 6 colors that come with the actual highlighter set. And then there's a look at the washi strips of 4-pack. So you get a few little lined pages, and then your add-on section goes in before a couple of other things. So we'll talk about the add-on in just a second. I'm going to flip to the rest of the stuff. So you get lined pages, your heritage and awareness observances, a little bit of space for some contact info, your look ahead. So this one is January 2026 through December 2026. And I love the way they do this forward planning. So if you have like big vacations, anniversaries, special trips planned, weddings, that kind of thing, you can put those down here and fill in. You also have more room in case you need more room down here for other things. But like we planned a Disney cruise like a year out. So that would be something I would write on something like this. And then you get your back page. It's got some social media info on it as well. And then also your stickers, and you can purchase more of these stickers unbound as well. There's 4 sheets of stickers and they all have foiling. So there's some gold foiling on that. These 2 are both gold foiling. Then you've got silver foiling on there, and then the labels have the rose gold, which I love. I love the rose gold on there. Just little vertical labels. Hopefully I can stick that back, but they're just cute little labels, and they are like matte type of paper, so they're easy to write on. Then you get your back folder and your perpetual calendar, and I've used these in the past for making like one gratitude line a day. I really enjoyed using these. I have tons of these because one comes with every planner, but the purpose of this is to write out all the anniversaries and birthdays, basically things that are going to happen every year. So when you go to plan, you can open up to whatever month you're on and then have all your birthdays and anniversaries and those kind of things in here and flip for this year after year, like keep the same one. But they come with every single planner. So it's just kind of one of those things that I tend to not end up using, and I have tons of them. So that's what comes with the planner. It does come with a little pack of coupon codes and things. I did show that in my original reveal video. And then also you can add an add-on section. So this is a 40-page add-on for $10 extra. It does come with a tab, and I got the productivity style add-on, which is a little bit different. They also have lined, dot grid, meal planning, goal setting. I think that's it, but you can add in one add-on section for an additional $10, just one section. And it does max out the size of the planner to the biggest coil that they offer. And it's just such a nice little add-on. So it's the same paper, same kind of tabs, and it just fits right in. So this is the productivity style one. It's got the dot grid on one side and various sections on the other side. And I did show this in my reveal video, but you can stick post-it notes in these little boxes and stack a few post-it notes if you want to. So I was thinking like there's only 40 pages of this, so it wouldn't be something you could use for every single week, but I could use this like as a monthly overview thing or even a weekly thing and then get more productivity style notebooks and things. But I love the idea of using this as like a monthly thing or as a project planning thing. That way you can have more extra notes here as needed and plot everything else out on this page. So that's a great way to add a little bit more functionality to your planner, having that add-on thing. So I do really like that this is now an option. This used to be an option for things. They used to have certain add-ons like adding in extra note pages and things. I really enjoy that little section, and it is 20 physical sheets of paper, but they're front and back. So it's 20 sheets, 40 pages. So like each side counts as a page. So you got 40 pages in there. And that is the end of the actual planner itself. So like I said, this is the hourly layout. There are a bunch of other layouts, and you can get these planners in A5 and the 7x9, which is the normal standard size. So this is the little sampler, and this is only available with a purchase of a life planner. And it's really cool because it's dated for each week, and you get all the different color variations and layout options. So here's a look at one of the dashboard pages for Inspire. They also have a page for bold blooms. You don't get to see a canvas one, but it's grayscale, so it's very plain and neutral. So moving into the different layouts, they're all color coordinated with this little teeny tiny box at the top, and it goes with whatever color you are. And this is the rainbow I want, guys. This is the life planner rainbow I want. I don't want the colorful tabs that are current, that have been there since, gosh, like 2014 or even earlier. This is the color scheme I want. I want this. Just like really, I don't know, gorgeous color scheming going down here. So here's a look at the various different layouts. So this is the typical vertical layout. They're 1.5-inch columns, whereas the hourly are a touch bigger than 1.5-inch columns. I'll show you on here. I use 1.5-inch stickers, no problem, but you do have to center them. Like you see, there's a little gap on each side for the hourly layout. And I like that you get a little bit more room because I tend to write really big. So these ones are a little bit skinnier. They are exactly 1.5-inch. And that's what the layout looks like. They didn't upgrade this layout. It's just color differences. And then this is a look at the horizontal and the bold bloom. So you get the color bar at the top of each one. And then here is the canvas hourly, and the color is just missing. Very nice and beautiful. And then here is the new 7x9 compact vertical. They do make this in A5 already, but this year it's new in the 7x9 size. So you get lots of room for each day. I really like this. If you're somebody who writes big like me, you need a lot of room per line, because I can write like 1, maybe 2 words per line in a vertical column. This one gives me a lot more room for like a big, nice to-do list. I loved the compact vertical and used it pretty much the first full year that they released it, and I love that it's now 7x9 as well. Again, would love to see these monthlies gone because it messes up this box space for me. And then the Daily Duo got a big giant upgrade. So this one has a weekly overview page and then also an additional lined page. So now there's 2 lined pages per week and a weekly overview. So I could totally see myself using the Daily Duo a ton with its new layout and functionality. And I love, look, there's no weird monthly box anymore on the daily pages. It used to be on every single daily page, and now they made it look way sleeker. They moved this whole section up. I had a Daily Duo handy. Let me grab one. I'll show you guys the difference because it's very, very good. So here's a Daily Duo, and I will absolutely be getting another Daily Duo because it irked me so much to use this, and I love the functionality. I will still use these from time to time, but I put a sticker here and then there's just a random sticker in the middle of the page, and it just drove me bonkers how it's off center and it's making this weird box here. They perfected it now. Like, look how much better that looks. It was just always kind of weird and wonky, and now I can continue using my to-do lists down at the page. I even would have loved them to move that asterisk out of the way, and then you can see the lines on the other side and you can continue to-do listing if you need to. And I would probably divide it into various to-do lists, like a morning to-do list, an afternoon to-do list, that kind of thing on here. Or like put my routines somewhere as well, maybe a routine sticker even, just to have like certain checklist things on your daily page. But love the improvements of this. I will get a Daily Duo. I absolutely love it. And you get all the daily pages. So for Canvas, this is a gray line. Like on the older one, it's just a light gray line. And then on Inspire and Bold Blooms, the color is just whatever tab color you have. So this one happens to be Inspire. Walking through, and then the months change to a different color. And then now you got the Bold Blooms header page there. And this is what the Bold Blooms vertical looks like versus the other. So this one doesn't have color in the bottom section, whereas the Evolve one has that. I think I keep calling this Inspire because that's what the current collection's called, but it's called Evolve for next year. So it's just a little bit sleek and clean. And then here is what the horizontal looks like for Canvas, so you don't have the color bar on that. And then here is what the Evolve looks like as the hourly page. You just get the colorful bar and then the colorful monthly right there. Which again, I don't want this calendar. And then here's a compact vertical in the Bold Blooms. It's just, again, changing the bar color and the font up at the top. And that's it. So you get a look at all the different layouts. I absolutely love all of the changes. And I think they just did such a good job listening to customer feedback and making changes and giving us a much bolder look. I love the pastel florals. I'm not gonna lie, absolutely love them. I've been drawn to them for years and years. And that's really what sucked me into like becoming obsessed with ERIN CONDREN. Whereas before, I'm like, I'd buy a planner here and there. It was okay. I never loved the colorful tabs, which I still do not. I wish they would revamp the colorful tabs, and hopefully one day they will. But when they had that floral with the pastel tabs, I got sucked in and I have not looked back. I absolutely love ERIN CONDREN. They're one of my top favorites ever since that point. So this is a definite big different color change. These are not pastels. These are more like dusty but very saturated colors, and I'm here for it. I just absolutely love it. I think it's a great option. Stella is playing upstairs and making lots of noise. She's playing independently, so I'm like, I'm gonna sneak in and film this while I can, but she's making tons of noise, so you're gonna hear lots of weird noises in the background. She was playing Legos and like dropping Legos everywhere, so there's been noise throughout this video. Just know it's little kid shenanigans while she's playing. But I love everything about this. I love the rose gold with this, even with the gold, like yellow gold on the actual cover. The rose gold looks great. It just brings out the pop of pink right here. I'm just sold on all of this. I love the stencil change to the bookmark, making it a stencil bookmark ruler now. Love everything about it. So moving forward, I do have my little like wish list going. I ended up setting up my page for the 15th. And I've got my easy wish list. The Daily Duo is the #1 thing on there. I want a Daily Duo, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it in Canvas or in Bold Blooms, because I kind of love Bold Blooms, but I also kind of want it to be neutral. So I haven't decided yet on that one. And then I also want to get a compact vertical 7x9. I feel like that would be a great option for me for to-do listing. Right now I am using this Hobonichi Hone, so I might end up getting the compact vertical to be a calendar year start, because I don't know if I'm gonna use it before then. I want to kind of use this all the way through. And then also I want the Inspire highlighters and the Canvas highlighters. I love the dual tip highlighters in the color combos, and both other sets are gorgeous. And then I also want to check the fine liner options. They do have fine liners and they change what's in stock and what's out of stock. but I want some more fine liners. I really like the ERIN CONDREN ones, and I don't have very many. And then I also want the Inspire washi because I love the big, bold, chunky washi. Of course, these ones are great too, but I love the Inspire one as well, and I want to be able to use that throughout some of my planning. So I got that on my list, and that's it for my main list. There is a soft bound notebook that if it's in stock, I'm gonna get it, even though I have 5 billion notebooks. It is pink and it's just gorgeous, so I definitely want that. But other than that, I don't have much on my list. Like I always have an ERIN CONDREN list, but that's what my launch day order will consist of, and I'm very excited about it. So looking forward, I plan on franken-planning something else. This one's not gonna be franken-planned, at least for now. I wanna use this as like a big beefer chunky thing. I love the way it looks. But I have options for franken-planning. I want to combine the compact vertical and the daily duo possibly. And also I've got this one. This is actually a wildflowers, but it's a horizontal. And I never really ended up using, but like you can see the color difference. This is very pastel-y and muted, and this is more bold and saturated, but still like dusty. It still leans dusty and not like vibrant bright. But I love this. I love the way it looks. I love the scriptiness. I was thinking I might use this for something different, not necessarily the days that it is, because it's got the 8 boxes. I may repurpose this and use it however. It does go through the end of 2024, but I haven't used it at all. So I want to play around with using some of this. And it might end up in my ultimate franken-planner ERIN CONDREN concoction that I'm going to be putting together, but that's really it. I told you guys my wish list. I walked you through all the planners. We talked about some Q&A stuff. So let me know what's on your ERIN CONDREN wish list for this launch. I will definitely be doing a launch haul whenever I get my order in as well. So mark your calendars, April 15th, April 16th. I have a full reveal video already on my channel, so check down below for that info. Be sure to like and subscribe. Happy planning, and I'll catch you next time. Bye guys.